Welcome to the City of West Miami Planning and Zoning Board meeting of April 28, 2015. Members present are Eugenio Gonzalez,
Present.
Deanna Rio,
Present.
myself, Joe Paz, also Juan Pena, Planning and Zoning Director, Board Member Gilberto Gonzalez and Alvaro Lurido are excused, as well as Jose Villalobos, the City Attorney.
Correct. Mr. Villalobos is hospitalized, so he won't be able to be here tonight. First item on your agenda tonight is the approval of the minutes from the meeting of the 30th, March 30th.
This is one. That was the ordinance, okay. I move to approve.
Okay.
Any comments or?
No, yes, I make a motion to approve it.
Okay, on the motion, Eugenio Gonzalez?
Yes.
Diana Rio?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Okay. We're going to skip the agenda item number 1 on the old business and go to the new business, and we'll come back to that. New business, agenda item number 1, property address 5760 Southwest 8th Street, ABC Imaging, Nicholas Fernandez Esquire, owner. Applicant is requesting a sign permit for a routed aluminum plate with acrylic image illuminated box sign and neon letters ABC on the front elevation of the building. You have plans there in front of you, and if you would please go to the mic. State your name and address, please.
Ana Tejeda with ABC Imaging, 5760 Southwest 8th Street.
Welcome.
As you can see, those are two box signs that will go on either end of the front elevation of the building. They are routed aluminum, and then it's backlit with the colors of their trade brand, and then the letters are mounted on top with neon behind them, correct?
Correct.
Are the sign according to the code?
Yes, they're 6 square feet of the of the 142 that's allowed on the front elevation of the property.
Okay.
One, that 142, is that for the total shopping center or just for the storefront?
Just for the
itself?
storefront of ABC.
Okay, so they can come back in the future and ask
Ask for something else, sure.
Okay.
Did I describe the sign correctly?
Correct.
So the letters, the ABC, because I'm seeing two different ones here. Are these two different signs that you're proposing?
No,
One?
No, it's one sign. It's just that
2 locations.
it's on top of two, but the only thing is that this is going to have the finish, the neon on top of the letters. We're going to put these neon lights in front of the letters to give it more light.
Right, the ABC imaging you see on the other side is just their logo.
Right. That's
I
just
see.
the
But-
logo
Oh,
without
this is the sign, and this
Right.
is the actual
Exactly.
company logo.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I thought
Exactly.
you were proposing two
No, no, no.
different ones.
This is going to be the finished product.
Correct.
Okay.
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 And then we decided to put the 6-inch plate behind to
Correct.
make it look a little bit better. Not
So-
for it to look like a box.
And your
Exactly.
business is a sign shop then?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess this would
basically-
be like the best sign you make, right?
And this is
The-
our logo, actually. We have this in all of our locations nationwide. So we can't really change our logo because then people won't know it's us.
Okay.
And what's the the thickness of this signage itself? Like, what separation does it have from the wall to the exterior facing sign? Is it,
To be honest,
An
I
inch,
really
2 inches?
Don't.
is it
I
mounted
think
on
it's
something?
7 feet. Okay, this is 7 feet mounted at 7 feet on the top, I guess. I'm not too sure. I'm here for my boss because he's out of town, but,
It's-
I'm
Yeah,
not
the
sure.
thickness of the box can be no more than 6 or 8 inches.
No,
Yeah, I don't think it is.
It's just to house the transformer and the backlight.
Okay, in the box, the material on the outside of the box, on the thin borders is,
Aluminum.
Aluminum?
Yeah, it's all aluminum.
okay.
And we're only gonna have it lit up until midnight. We're gonna have a timer.
Okay. Am I gonna be able to see any exterior connections on
No.
the wall? Any cables or anything?
No.
Everything is internal to
Yes,
this sign?
yes.
Okay.
No, nothing is gonna be seen. We had the electrician send his information here as well. All his paperwork.
Okay. And last question, do you have any idea if the signage is drawn on this elevation, on this west elevation, drawn proportionate to the size of that parapet of the building?
I really don't know if it's proportional, but.
Yeah, it is, because the top of the storefront is 9.4, and the top of the elevation is 13.4, and the box is, if I could read it right,
48
inches?
inches.
48 inches?
no, it's 36 by 32 unless they changed it on yours.
From what I'm reading here, it's 48 inches tall, if I'm answering the question correctly, and 44 inches wide.
Okay, so they did go a little bit bigger. Okay.
Yeah, it's 48.
The ones I have are the old copy.
So it's the size of,
Of the parapet.
Oh, do you want to see this one that I have?
No.
Give it to him? Oh, bless you.
Excuse me, no, I'm sorry. They have a copy.
Oh,
I
okay.
just kept the old copy because I didn't have any
Oh,
more.
okay.
5'4", and then this is 48. It's okay, I mean, for my, personal taste, it looks a little too big, but I don't have anything else to say it doesn't,
Actually, the owner of the building didn't want it smaller. He wanted it to be bigger. He wanted it to be this size.
well, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
No, not
We
be-
want to keep things smaller and
Yeah.
everybody else wants
No,
to
not
keep them
because
bigger.
he wants more signage. He just thought it looked better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thought it would look better for it to be a little bit smaller.
Yeah. No, you do have a large area of
Yeah,
storefront.
exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
And it's all clear glass. That is the only
Yeah.
signage.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
any further comments?
No comment.
Any motions?
I make a motion to approve it?
A second.
Okay, on the motion, Eugenio Gonzalez?
Yes.
Diana Rio?
Yes.
And I vote yes. It's approved. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So after this, we just need will we receive a permit from you or?
Yes, the package you submitted will be turned into our engineers for review
Okay.
on the electrical part, and then,
Okay. Okay, so then you will contact us?
yes,
Okay, thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda, going back to the old business, is a review and repeal of ordinance number 282 as amended. I don't know if you got, if you had enough time to review the whole thing, but I got you another copy that I've adjusted margins and everything else on, but basically it's the same as what you had in the book. And we need to know where to move from here. If we're ready to advertise it so that we can pass it here and then submit it to the city commission. Or do you want to go through it? It's up to you.
I personally have not gone through it
Okay.
myself. Can we vote on something like this without the other two members present?
What do you mean?
Yeah, can we move it forward?
Sure. It's majority, as long as you have a quorum. As I stated at the last meeting, the commission does want it passed as soon as possible because we get all kinds of inquiries, and instead of just handing them one document or them being able to go to one site and getting one document, they're having to be given different ordinances that were passed over the years that are contrary to what's available now in 282. So that's why this is all-inclusive, and they want something that's all-inclusive.
When did the city have a consultant to go over this or review it? Or?
This was reviewed first back in, this is how far back it goes, in 2006 by a law firm. I forgot the law firm's name now. And they submitted this document, and we've added to it everything else that we've passed since then. So they actually are the ones that separated into that many sections. We never had 20, 30 sections now. They broke it down to 30 sections. They put in language that was missing, and then since that, we've adopted other ordinances that have changed some of the text as far as the restrictions and what's allowed and what's not allowed.
And the city staff is pretty satisfied with it.
Well, as soon as we are comfortable with it, that I put it out to for advertising, then we'll send it out to the rest of the staff, the city manager, and everybody else for their review.
This doesn't remove the Mediterranean Parisian style.
No, it's still in there.
Okay, then I can't, for my part, I can't move this forward. I would like to discuss that.
But it would remove that as mandatory, right? Or
Well, we
So
can't.
right now it
It's an
says shall
option.
be.
Yeah, what we did is we added more options in the ordinance 2013-01, and but we can't remove it because it's actually in the comp plan. We're going back to the comp plan this year, and we're adjusting it to add more styles, but we can't remove it out of here because it's actually in the comp plan.
No, but can we, I thought we had amended that to say Parisian style or any other appropriate, or some language like that.
I would have to get the ordinance. I don't believe it says or, it just names a couple of other styles.
Okay, because this one that I'm looking at, like, for example, page 57,
Yeah, because that's the original format that was inserted here by that law firm that did the work back then.
right, so this is what we're trying to pass this, so we're keeping the same,
No, we're going to incorporate the few ordinances that are not in here yet, which are 2013 and 2014.
okay, okay.
Those are the few that are missing here still, but we need to know where to go with this.
Okay. And another I think, for my part, I would like to go over it because there's things here, for example, on District C, commercial. We had talked about removing, you see how it lists all kinds of, 40, 50 some, 62, 73
73 uses.
different uses that we could just condense that to maybe 4 or 5. And we had talked about that a
How
few
would we
months ago.
condense it to 4 or 5? Because-
Accounting office, administration office, advertising.
Well,
agency,
I
all
mean,
of the
yeah,
offices,
obviously,
office
the
use.
ones that are repetitious, we could change them out to professional offices.
Right.
But the reason for the list is this is everything that's allowed automatically. The minute you come with something that doesn't fall within any of these categories, then you have to go for a special use permit. So if you reduce it, then it's subject to a lot of interpretation. To 4 or 5 categories, some people may not like the fact that we're arbitrarily saying, well, that's in this category, it's not in there, so. This is the reason why this has so many.
So you would like to keep it like this?
We could condense the repetitious stuff like administrative office, accounting, and advertising agencies just for one professional office use. Law firms and stuff like that, fall them all into that one category. But the other stuff in here that, yeah, we would like to keep, because when you bring people from the outside opening a business, they get very creative as to interpretations.
Okay.
Okay.
Does this incorporate the change to, that we just passed? I think it was this ordinance, where you're not allowed to have the play equipment in the front or the, those, above,
The ground swimming pools,
Ground
that would be,
swimming pools.
that would be part of this ordinance now because Mr. Villalobos is still working on that one.
okay.
They didn't pass it at the last time the way it was written because they didn't like the wording. Because it limited, on corner lots, it limited the use of that site's yard to some of the properties was very restrictive, where you're actually devaluating the use of a corner lot. So he went back to think of some other language to use there for that type of equipment.
Okay. Will we have to see those again?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, once, like I said, once we're ready to move this forward, we'll go through it one last time, and then we'll put it out for advertising. But as long as we're finished with the discussion and review, I could insert what's the few things that are missing in here, bring it back here, and then set a date for the advertising.
Okay.
Okay.
The new chain link, the new fence ordinance is in here, the outdoor dining ordinance is here. What else is in here? The new sign ordinance is in here. So it'll give us one last time to go through all that before we actually put it out to advertise. Nothing like this, like I said, has been done since 1967, so
Okay.
Long time ago.
it's a little bit time, a little bit of time has passed.
Okay, so to be clear, if we move it forward now, you would insert all the changes?
The
and then we
few
would
that are
go
left
over
to
it
be
again?
inserted, which are the 2013 and 2014 ordinances that were passed, that are actually part of the zoning. The ones that are obviously part of the city code don't get inserted in here. But the ones that are part of zoning would be placed in here, and the one that Mr. Villalobos is working on now for recreational equipment.
And the comp plan, that happens next year?
The comp plan, we'll be working on it, starting, I believe it's around June or July, we'll begin working with FIU on that. Once we have a product, then that'll come here to the zoning board, and then after that, again, it'll be something that we're get ready to move forward, and then the city commission will
Okay.
submit it to the appropriate agencies. Once we get their comments back, then the city commission, if it's accepted by all the other state agencies, then the city commission at that time advertises for an ordinance adopting the comp plan, and then any changes in zoning will take place after that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, any further comments on the,
I would say go ahead and approve it now because it's gonna come back to us anyway.
okay,
Right.
all right, I'll second, that's a motion?
Yes, that's a motion.
Okay, I'll second the motion. On the motion, Eugenio Gonzalez?
Yes.
Diana Rio?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Okay, that's the last item on your agenda.
Okay, the City of West Miami Planning and Zoning Board meeting of April 28, 2015 is now adjourned. It is 7:55 PM for the record.
All right.